Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is not a video I thought I would ever make, but here I am. Literally under an hour ago, at the time of me writing this script, the YouTuber Optimus uploaded a video responding to a good friend of mine that Count's video on him, and I thought I would give my 2 cents on it. I'd recommend watching both the Counts and Opti's videos on the situation in case I miss something in this video or unknowingly take something out of context. But without further ado, let's just get into this.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be responding to the criticism. Yes, that's right. I am going to be responding to a hate video made about me. Now, this video has been sent to me repeatedly since it came out.
Okay, here's my first issue with this video. I have no idea how strong Opti's YouTuber to audience connection is, but I find it highly unlikely that you were repeatedly getting sent this video, and there is a reason for this. First of all, the Counts video has only been viewed like 4,300 times, and I just don't see people blowing up your inbox with this video and this video only with those kinds of numbers. I think Optimus just needed an excuse to talk about someone criticizing him because it affected him more than he'd like to admit. And before you start talking about me like I'm just jumping in because the Count is my friend or whatever, I've been subscribed to Optimus since before he had 100,000 subs, and I still watch some of his content. And I also think that some points that Optimus makes in this video, like this one—
Man, I used to be such a big fan of this guy, but now I can't stand him. I can't even watch his videos anymore. Like, yeah. What if I told you that's a normal process of watching a content creator? Eventually, you just stop relating to shit or finding the same thing interesting, and that's okay. At least for me, that's okay because my audience primarily still really supports me and my content.
Are completely valid. Like I said, I also think that Count's video is not without any flaws whatsoever, but we'll get to that in a second.
So today we are learning a new word. Mediocrity. It's a great word, and it very accurately describes the subject of today's video, our Lord and Savior Optimus. So I know that several people have made videos about this guy so far, but no one's made one in quite a while, and I don't feel like those videos made any impact whatsoever. They were kind of just bitching and complaining about him.
What exactly do you mean by they had no impact whatsoever, right? You know, you talk about this impact or whatnot, you know, what impact were they supposed to have?
Optimus, the Count's video clearly impacted you enough for you to make an 18-minute video addressing his points from top to bottom, okay? This video clearly had an impact on you, more so than your other hate videos did, because you're talking about this one. If it didn't impact you at all, the video I'm watching wouldn't exist.
The main reason why Optimus is a completely mediocre YouTuber now is that he breaks the cardinal rule of YouTube in almost every single video he makes, and that is wasting his audience's time.
This is a common criticism against me, that I apparently pad my videos too much and it makes them just uninteresting and boring to watch. Yet when I look at my YouTube analytics, the data suggests the exact opposite. I mean, my lifetime average percentage viewed for all of my videos is 46.5%. This means on average a person watches about half of my video, which is actually pretty alright for YouTube standards. If I was wasting so much time from people that it was making my content uninteresting to the average person, why would most people be sticking around for half the video, which in some instances is upwards of 5 to 6 minutes? Do you usually spend 5 minutes determining if a video isn't worth watching, especially if it can apparently be made in 3 minutes? No, because that doesn't make sense. So while some people of course might think my videos are too long, the data, the evidence suggests that the average viewer, the person I should cater my content to, is actually quite fine with my video lengths and subjects.
Now, Optimus uses the most common method of wasting his YouTube audience's time, which is inflating the length of his videos to make more money. So basically, he takes a topic that could be fully explained in about 30 seconds to a minute, talked about for maybe 2 minutes, and concluded in less than 1 minute, and he makes the video 15 minutes, because making slightly more ad revenue is more important to him than actually conveying a message to people.
Here's a sample of my last 25 or so videos. Notice how only 2 of them reach 15 minutes, which one is a story time video and one is a reaction to someone else's video. None of the rest are 15 minutes, but apparently I'm just constantly stretching everything out to 15 minutes for ad revenue. His argument doesn't even make sense either. I mean, if I was stretching all my videos out just to make ad revenue, that's your point, right? Every video would be just like yours. It'd be 8 minutes and 10 seconds long. Why? Because why spend the time and effort creating that extra 4 or 5 minutes of content I usually do if I don't have to in order to get paid more? Other than that, since that's my only incentive, what exactly would be my incentive to make my videos longer? I mean, it's not really increasing my CPMs that I've noticed to have my videos longer, so I'm not doing it for monetary gain, at least to the degree that you're claiming I am, to the point that apparently I just fabricate entire sections of my videos simply to pad them out.
Opti, the Count's point is that you're wasting time. His point doesn't have to mean that you're doing it for some particular nefarious reason or anything. He just said that you were wasting your audience's time, in his opinion. He never said that you fabricated bullshit to lengthen them. He said that you, Optimus, make content that has a tendency to end up being a lot longer than it needs to be to get more watch time. Also, the longer the video is, the more room there is for ads. That would be your motivation to do this. That's it.
It's just, I don't know, it's hilarious that this guy is criticizing me for every little thing he's doing too. For instance, this video he made could have been wrapped up in 3 minutes. He had like 2 points that he made against me, but it's conveniently an 8-minute long video, the exact threshold for multiple ads on videos. I mean, the jokes write themselves, like...
He's just talking about it because it will get him views, which is okay, of course, but the only thing he cares about is making the video over 10 minutes long so that he can run more ads on it.
The established threshold to add more ads in videos is 8 minutes. So now there's only really 2 possibilities. Either A, you don't actually know what you're talking about, and you tried to pick an argument out of thin air to throw at me, and pretty much you shouldn't be qualified even to be discussing what you're discussing.
Not qualified? What, do I need a license to call you out for overextending the length of your videos? Like, what the fuck?
But Optimus makes videos that could easily be fully fleshed out in 5 minutes or less, and triples their runtime just so that he can make more money from them. This is a cardinal sin of YouTube content creation. This is something you simply don't do.
He keeps referring to this cardinal sin of not wasting anyone's time in your video, which doesn't even exist. Like, I looked it up to see if he was just finding some shit online and saying it, and no, he just came up with this on his own and just declared it a widespread rule of content creation.
Optimus, do you like watching movies where the actors talk a bit too long and the scenes feel like they should have ended minutes ago? Because that is a cardinal sin of filmmaking, and by extension, video creation as well. I don't know if you've noticed, but people don't like having their time wasted. I don't want to watch a video that is 8 minutes if it could have been summed up in 4. Optimus then goes on to respond to my criticism of him, being that literally anyone can make the videos he makes, because newsflash, it's not exactly hard to make normal commentary videos, and if you've ever made one, you could easily see that almost no editing goes into an Optimus video, but let's just hear him out.
A friend of mine, CQH, actually explained this phenomenon pretty well in a Discord message he sent me. He said, you could replace Optimus with any person on Earth, and as long as they speak in the same tone of voice, no one would notice.
If this is the case, and I'm just so cut, copy, and paste, right, to the point that anyone who just nails my voice could do it, why aren't people doing it? Why am I magically the one sitting here with 1.2 million subscribers, and you and your buddies sit around with hundreds, maybe just over 1,000 subscribers? You know, why aren't you following this blueprint you apparently know so well? It's so proven to be successful, why are you not hopping on the wave?
Dude, people do hop on it. You know, basic commentary content is very common on the website. People have gotten good to moderate success making videos almost identical to yours. It's not like you're the only successful commentary channel on the planet, dude. Also, don't flaunt your million subscribers around when your average video doesn't even catch the eye of 10% of them. Calm down. What cracks me up in this video is that Opti talks about me, Count, and Omen stroking our egos and then proceeds to act like the only thing we talk about is him on Discord. I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty egotistical, Opti. What the fuck is that about?
These people don't actually know anything about what they're fucking talking about. They're simply stroking their own egos, making these videos for a few thousand people to see. They private message each other on Discord like they're YouTube detectives, discussing me like fanboys, while I continue to be successful regardless of their criticism, you know? And he repeatedly claims like my content's boring, but the average like to dislike ratio is 98% positive. Usually boring, shitty content that people actually don't like isn't well supported.
Optimus, you may get good like to dislike ratios on your videos, but views wise your videos are kind of dragging behind. Because when you think about it, you're not cracking some huge numbers for your channel size. I remember I heard somewhere that if your videos are getting less than 20 to 25% of the sub count number, your channel is doing pretty bad. And tell me if I'm wrong, but Optimus is not consistently hitting 250,000 views, which is especially bad when you consider the fact that this guy uploads like 1 billion times a day.
Man, I used to be such a big fan of this guy, but now I can't stand him. I can't even watch his videos anymore. Like, yeah, what if I told you that's a normal process of watching a content creator? Eventually, you just stop relating to shit or finding the same thing interesting, and that's okay. At least for me, that's okay because my audience primarily still really supports me in my content. I mean,
like I said at the start, I 100% agree with this.
The third and final reason why I heavily dislike this person now is that he's fake as shit. He's just another virtue signaling YouTuber, just like every other big YouTuber right now. And every time he tries to make himself look like a generous and kind person, person, his audience always falls for it. For example, in reference to my video about the Technoblade situation and Optimus milking it to make himself look good, Optimus has made 2 videos about the Technoblade situation, totaling 20 minutes and gaining a combined total of 300,000 views. But oh no, he definitely did not make those videos to milk the situation at all.
Apparently to this guy, like, if you talk about any situation, it's automatically milking it. You know, it doesn't matter the context, which is that I was calling people out for uploading like 7 videos about it 20 minutes after he passed just to get the sympathy clicks and everything. Doesn't matter whatsoever. It's just automatically milking it, man. Doesn't that mean that indirectly now you're milking the same situation for brownie points in your expose video because you fleetingly mentioned it in any capacity on a YouTube video?
Again, I agree with Optimus here. I think the way he went about Techno was completely fine, and I didn't see a problem with it. One unmonetized video and another one calling out Brazo for being a piece of shit. I think that's completely fine, and Optimus is right in defending himself here.
And to prove that he wasn't using the situation to just gain subscribers, he put a cancer research donation box in his videos, and it's raised a total of $5 grand. $5 grand? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, $5 grand? That's not even the down payment I put on my car. Wow.
If you're so rich that this is apparently pocket change to you, just, a down payment on a car type money, why didn't you donate to the charity? I mean, you're such a morally righteous person, as you proved in this video, not wasting people's time, man, staying on point, man. Why couldn't you have donated? Also, he literally lies and spreads misinformation here. I didn't add those cancer charity YouTube giving features on just those videos, or even after I uploaded those videos. I've actually added them to a total of 68 videos over the span of months. And if this supposed former fan of mine even bothered to do a minuscule amount of research, like, I don't know, looking at my fucking YouTube channel, he'd notice that I've been fundraising money on every single video I upload now for nearly 2 full years. Through this, my community has raised tens of thousands of dollars for numerous causes, including cancer research, assisting veterans, racial inequality, multiple diseases and illnesses, and much more. I'm not gonna sit here and apologize because my audience is doing something fucking good.
I agree with Optimus here as well. This is a solid argument. I don't see anything wrong with trying to raise money through fundraisers, especially when Optimus makes every video a fundraiser. I think that is quite admirable and good. I think Opti went on an actual spree here, world-class defense. I do think the count was wrong in slamming the donations and by extension Opti's fanbase here, and I do agree with Optimus that he should not apologize for this. In conclusion, I think there's a lot wrong with Opti's response to the count's video, but I also think what the count said about the donations and milking the death of Techno went way too far and was a bit of a dick move, although that does not make the count's criticism of Opti's video length and style any less valid. At the end of the day, this situation was a clusterfuck, and I'm just a poor loser who strokes my own ego in a chair and spend my entire day talking to my friends about Optimus. But this really gave me the kick in the balls I needed to finally upload a video, so I hope you enjoyed this response to a response, and with all that being said, go away.